So we have this. Good morning, everyone. My name is Helena Nadd. I'm the Executive Director with the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce, and I'm really excited about access to capital. We've been doing these webinars and to provide as much information and to get information into the hands of small, medium-sized companies and major corporations for them to grow your business. And when you grow your business, it's just not, growing it financially, but you're able to, the more information that you have, the more people that you can employ. And it's really important right now for the economy that we have access to capital, access to the information to make sure that you grow your business and that we are able to hire more people. And I am just so excited. Manly Lynn is the Economic Development Specialist for the SBA. She is my best friend. She is my best friend for the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce. And you know what? We are so lucky to have this information, for us to provide this information to you. And she comes on to our online networking, and you know what, I say this every week, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart for those who are on this webinar. You know what, there's a lot of organizations that that come on, but she is there every single week listening to the concerns and the needs of small business. And she represents the Small Business Administration, but she does the walk and she does the talk. And and she's always out there with other organizations providing this access to capital or how to get government contracts. So there's a lot of information that the SBA oversees for the growth of small business. So I am going to turn it over to Manly Lynn. Put your information in the chat. So I will, if she does not answer the questions in the PowerPoint presentation, we can ask her if it's a question that I think that she can ask, that she can answer publicly, as well as it's being recorded, so it will be on Chamber TV, and she usually gives me a copy of the presentation so you can get it afterwards. So Manly, I'm going to turn it over to you, and thank you so much for doing this and being the face of the SBA and providing opportunities for businesses that they wouldn't have access to. So thank you.
Thank you, Helena, and Greater New York Chamber of Commerce for the opportunity to talk about SBA's financing program. So SBA, if you want to find all the information about what's available for you, you can go to sba.gov. That's nationwide website. If you want to find out in New York District area, what events, especially right now, all our resource partners, they also will post their events on our calendar. So you can find all those good information. The good news is SBA.gov now have more than 30 different languages. So no matter what language that you feel more comfortable with, you can go there. So if you go to SBA.gov, no matter what stage of your business, long before you start your own business to grow your business, you can find our programs to help you. So mainly that SBA, we have 4 big programs for small business. The definition of small business, if you are a manufacturing business, if you have fewer than 500 employees, you are a small business. And for non-manufacturing businesses, right now, according to your next code, we have the annual gross income to set up, you are qualified to a small business or not. For example, like a construction company, they can go up to $34.4 million annual income. Is there a small business? The reason I want to emphasize this, because you have to be a small business to use the SBA's financing programs and government contracting too. So we have financing programs that today I will focus on. We also have business education and one-on-one counseling through our resource partner. We help business to certify. So government contracting assistance, especially if you are socially, economically disadvantaged business, women-owned business, service disabled veterans business, there are set aside for you. And the disaster assistance, I think, we just, get out the COVID-19 disaster pandemic. So all the SBA's, COVID-19 relief programs ended. So now is the time that we will talk about the repayment. Okay, later I will have all the slides about that. So why I have to emphasize the one-on-one counseling, because usually I provide information, but normally a lot of business, they need one-on-one assistance. So SBA, we work with nonprofit organizations. Right now we have 5 resource partners. We found them to conduct one-on-one counseling for us. So please contact them and make an appointment. They would help you, especially later. I will emphasize again that when you want to get loan, you have to prepare your loan packages and they can help you. So that's very important. You can just go to the website, sba.gov/local assistance. You enter your zip code and you choose the organization you want to talk to. So there are Small Business Development Center, SCORE, Women Business Center, Veterans Business Outreach Center, and we have a new resource partners, community navigators. So you can select them and then make appointment with them, and they will listen to you and help you with what you need. So I list here for Veterans Business Outreach Center for New York, New Jersey, and also here, SCORE, Women Business Center, and Small Business Development Center. They all have the links here. So it depends on your location, you can contact them. For the COVID-19 idle, I already mentioned, it all ended. But other disaster assistance, we hope we don't need that anymore. But in case disaster happen, hurricane season is coming. Now we should prepare for the hurricane season. So normally SBA Disaster Center, we help with different kinds of disaster. There are loans, disaster loans. For not just small business, for everybody, even the renter. Okay, so this is the website. We hope we don't need that anymore. Now I want to emphasize something. A lot of borrowers, they didn't realize idle is not a grant, it's a loan. So you have to start the repayment. Right now, the deferment time has been extended for 6 months. So totally, you have 30 months start from the date of the note that you have to start the repayment. But of course, if you want to start early, you could do that. So this is the website, pay.gov. You can contact them. They won't pay you the payment notice monthly, but they will send you a regular payment reminders, through the email. And deferment, very important. A lot of business borrowers maybe didn't realize the deferment will not stop any establishing, a PAD, or if you already set up or recurring payment on the loan, and also during the deferment periods, the interest, the interest actually recurring. So I think you should learn about that. So this is the website, how to repay your EIDL. There are 3 payment options. And if you need help, like you don't know the amount when you should start repayment, you in New York area, please contact Birmingham Service Office. You can contact them. Okay. So a lot of information where right now SBA is establishing a new platform. So for the customer service team, they will be able to assist you in the future. But now you have to contact the service office. Okay, now we're going to talk about the regular SBA financing program. SBA have been doing, provide different kind of financing programs, but a lot of business they didn't realize until the pandemic. But for PPP, for IDO, that's only for disaster pandemic. Now I will introduce our regular financing program. We have loans, we have investment capital, disaster assistance, surety bonds, and also other growing international programs. I will go to the detail of that. So most of business, they call me, they say, I need money now. I ran out of money. Usually I have to tell them, sorry, it's too late. A lot of business complain to me to say, I really need money and I guarantee I will be successful. But the lenders, they don't lend money to me. So I usually tell them, the banks, the lenders, they are not charitable organization. They are private sector. And also they have to comply with government's regulation. So if you are not qualified, for those loans, they cannot make loan to you. So as a business owner, our responsibility is to be lendable, have to prepare in advance. So at least you have to know how much money you need, how much money you want to borrow. So I encourage everyone, talk to your bank, talk to different kind of lenders, find out what options you have, and also talk to your accountant, because we know a lot of businesses, they are not qualified because they cannot show they have the ability to repay the debt. So talk to your accountant maybe 1 year, 2 years before you need to make, to borrow money, so they can help you to prepare the financial statement that looks nice. Okay, so you have to know who is asking for money. It's not you, it's your business. Okay, and what's your business structure? Some business ask me, different kind of business structure make it different, for lenders. The answer is yes. And how much money is needed? A lot of business, they call me, they say, I need money. So I say, how much you want to borrow? And their answer is, oh, as much as possible. That's not a good answer for the lenders. You have to know exactly how much you need to make money. It's not as much as possible. You have to pay the interest anyway, so you have to calculate that. And what is the money needed for? Later, I will show you a slide. So during, no matter what stage of your business, anytime you think about something, you need money to improve your business or establish your business, make a list. Okay, so you will know how much money you need to borrow. And you have to borrow money when you don't need money. Okay, if you already ran out of money, that's too late, because you have to show the lenders that you have the ability to repay the debt. And what will those funds benefit your business? We know a lot of lenders, they really want to help the business. So if you can just have a, not story, okay, but tell them exactly what your situation, if you can get this fund, how your business will grow or go to the next level, or came out from something. Okay. So, and the last one, of course, the lenders, they have to know, okay, how will the funds be repaid. Means, are you, capable to repay the debt? So those are the situation. A lot of business, they didn't prepare. They just talk to the lenders, tell them they need money. For lenders, they want to help you, but we have to prepare first. So a sample of the statement of purpose, when you request the funding, you have to, you don't have to write a long story, but how much money you need for what purpose, and how much you will invest, and also what those money will help your business. Okay? So this is a sample for you. And also you have to prepare this funding request. So on the top, you can see the cash sources, how much you will invest. Most of the lenders, they say at least 20%. Okay, if more, of course, is much better. And how much loan, okay, how much money you want to borrow and the total. And then you list, you have to list what those funds for. Okay, so when you are in the business every day, you should make a list of what the things, the money that you need to improve or grow your business, like this. Okay, so this is the cash sources and cash uses, the basic for you and also for the lenders, but you need to prepare. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the financing options, through SBA. First things, a lot of business, you don't know what lenders participate in SBA's program. So if you go to SBA.gov, on the landing page, you can see the lender match. Lender match, you click in, you have to answer a few questions about how much money you want to borrow, what's your business structure, how many employees, and of course your financial situation. So you should have those information, and then you can get matched in 2 days. Those lenders, so far we have more than 800 lenders participate in this program. So we send to those lenders. If they think you are lendable, they will contact you. So you can talk to all those lenders that contact you. Then you can choose the one that you think is best for you, apply for a loan. So you need to get ready. At least you need to have your business plan. So that's why I emphasize, please contact our resource partner. They can help you to prepare your loan package, okay? Especially business plan, that's the basic. And then those information I just mentioned, okay? So it's here, your financial projection, collateral, industry experience. And then when you talk to the lenders, get information. I held several meet the lenders event. All the lenders, they want to help small business, but you have to prepare. So when you talk to the lenders, and how early you can talk to them, as soon as you think about even start a business or growth business, or especially now, we know a lot of business already survived successful from the pandemic, but you need to grow. So you have to ask the questions about, for example, interest rates, minimum credit scores, cash flow requirement, and prepayment penalties and grace periods. So you can choose the lenders that you think will be the best for you. So please contact our resource partner, they can help you. So now I'm going to talk about SBA's guarantee loan. So from $500 to $5.5 million, okay? I will go to each of them. First thing I want to just make it clear, SBA is not a lender. We guarantee the loan to the lenders. We tell the lenders, they lend out money to small business. And if something happened, the small business cannot repay the debt, SBA will pay for the borrowers through the lenders up to 85%. So we reduce the lender's risk, up to 15% only. So that's why we help and also work with lenders to help small business. And not everyone needs SBA's guarantee. If you go to your bank or your lender, you meet their requirement because most of the lenders or banks have their own product or programs. If you meet those requirements, take it, okay? But if the lenders, they think is a little bit risky, unless SBA guarantee to them, they cannot make loan to you, then you are the one SBA can help. So you don't have to contact SBA because your lender will submit your loan packages to SBA to see if we can guarantee to them. So you have to deal with your lenders. Lenders, they handle all loan transactions from application, approval, disbursement, serving, and collection. So you work with the lenders. Some lenders, they have a different requirement or support for you. Well, I know some of the lenders, they even have consultants to help you. So contact the lenders. So this is the organization can help you, okay, to prepare your loan packages. They are familiar. They know all the SBA's financing program, so they can tell you which one will be best for you and help you to prepare your business plan and other documents you need. So first item, I want to talk about our loan program. There are three big categories. The first one called 7A loan programs. You can see here, you can use the funds for almost everything, working capital and to buy the equipment, machinery, furniture, fixtures, suppliers, and also buy the real estate, including land and building. But later I will talk about, we have another program, 504 program, that's specific for you to buy the property for your business. And the construction, renovation, and also the last things, even refinance your existing business debt. You can use the 7A loan. So that's the most general one. You can borrow up to $5 million. The interest rate is prime rate plus 2.25 to 2.75%. If you borrow less than $350K, you don't have to pay the guarantee fee. Under the 7A, we have express loan. So the express loan, only through our selected lenders, we call preferred lenders, but most of the banks, they are SBA's preferred lenders. The turnaround time of the express loan is only 48 hours. So if you have emergency need, for example, you are an exporter or you get government contract, you need the money within 2 days, this is for you. You can borrow up to $500,000. The interest rate is prime rate plus 4.5% to 6.5%. Because the lenders, they can make their own decision. They don't have to submit to SBA. That's why you can get the funds within 48 hours. The next one is Community Advantage and the Veterans Advantage. This is the only programs extended from the COVID relief programs. Originally, will be ended on September 30th this year, but now it's extended to 2024, so 2 more years. this loan program. But the lenders must be CDFI, CDC, micro lenders, and SBA's intermediary lenders. Later, I will have a list for you. So the loan amount up to 350K. They also make these programs available for a lot of lenders and also the business. For example, remove the restrictions with criminal backgrounds, and they simplify the underwriting and collateral requirement. Also have the they add the ability for lenders, make it simple and can provide to more to underserved community. Okay, so please check those lenders. Okay, this is the second program I mentioned. This is a very special program and very popular right now. It's for business to buy the building or land or new facilities or long-term machinery and equipment. Can do the improvement or modernization of your land or street, utilities, parking lots, and landscaping, and of course, the existing facilities that cannot use for working capital or inventory, cannot use repayment or refinance debt, cannot use this to invest in rental real estate. You can see the pie chart. The orange color, 10% is for business. You only pay 10% down. If new business, then have to go up to 15%. But this program is not for startups unless you are a professional like doctor's office. Okay, it's for business to expand their business. Then you can see the red part, 40, the 40% is from SBA. SBA part can go up to $5.5 million. And then the blue color is SBA will find the lenders to work with you. So actually you are borrowing money from two lenders, SBA, CDC, and also the banks, the lenders. So the terms for property will be 25 years. So SBA, we authorize 3 CDCs in New York area. Okay, so you can contact them. Also, you can go to the local assistance to find them too. So for SBA's part, it's go up to $5.5 million. So the total amount can go up to $12 million. During the pandemic, a lot of business, they realize the rent is the biggest burden for business. So if you can afford 10% down payment, you see a good location, a good property, the requirement is you have to use more than 51% of the property for your own business. 49% you can rent out. So a lot of business, they came to New York, especially Manhattan. They cannot afford that before, but during the beginning of the pandemic, they paid 10% down, they got the property, they rent out 40-something%, they use the rent to pay the mortgage. Okay, so consider this one, or if you work, if you are a construction company, let your customers, they know about these programs. I also list here the SBA loan application checklist. I don't go through them, but this year's SBA have done a lot of changes, okay, for the forms, for the procedures, to make the loans easier for the borrowers. So you can contact the lenders and they will let you know what documents you need so you can prepare early. Okay, now we have to talk about a very special program for startups because we know most of the lenders or banks, they're not making loan to startups. So SBA have a microloan programs for startups. We work with nonprofit organizations in different communities to provide the microloan. Can borrow up to $50,000. They can use the funds for working capital to buy the machinery, equipment, inventory, lease home improvement, but cannot use for down payment to purchase the real estate. The interest rate is all different. Okay, different organizations, they make their own decision, but usually it's between 8 and 13%. But I can see following, okay, there are 6 organizations in New York area. So please contact them. Some of them, they serve specific community. So you should ask them if you qualify for that and what kind of a document you need to prepare. And also, of course, the interest rate. Okay, so please contact all of them because all the interest rate will be different. This program is for investment company. So SBA actually, we lend money to investment company to help some of the industry, $50,000 is not enough for them to start their own business, especially now like IT, industry. So SBA work with those venture capitalists. You can see here as a directory. You have to do the research. You do the research about which venture capitalists meet your need, because most of them maybe focus in specific industry or the different size of business or different locations. So you need to find those you fit their qualification and they meet your need. Okay. And then of course you have to do your homework, prepare your business plan, and really know the numbers. I encourage you watch the Shark Tank, so you can see those investors, what they are concerned, what question they were asked, so that you need to prepare where to have your pitch. Surety bonds programs is for construction company. When construction company get government contract, they need to have surety bonds to make sure they will pay their workers and the suppliers. So a lot of construction company cannot get the government contract because they cannot get enough surety bond. So SBA have this program to help those construction company. So if you are a construction company, you can find authorized agents here. Okay, so those are the surety bond programs. If you do business that relate to international trade business, we have 3 international trade loans for you. Most of the people, they think they're not exporter, but right now because the internet. So if you have a website, you are doing international trade business because you never know where your customers are located. I saw a lot of business during the pandemic. They expand their business to the global market. Right now, we are in a better situation. So in 2022, I encourage all the business to learn about global market and also the government contract. Those are the 2 huge markets a lot of business didn't think about. But during the pandemic, I think all the business realize you cannot just put all your eggs in one basket. You have to develop the new strategies for the global market. And SBA and Department of Commerce, we can help you. Department of Commerce, they can help you to find the market in foreign country, and SBA will have a loan to support you. So we have 3 international trade loans. You can borrow up to $5 million. And I also want to emphasize, you don't have to be an exporter to get these 3 loans. If you sell your products or provide services for the exporters, you can use this loan. For example, if you are an accountant, you help the exporters, you can use this loan. In New York area, we know the industry, just can define as an exporter, can be education, okay, like those colleges, educational program, and also the financial services, tourism industry was. But now I think it's waiting to see when can be fully recovered. So encourage you to talk to Ed. He is the financing manager for New York and New Jersey. And if you are located in other states, you can find the export assistance centers through this list. The last things I want to mention, usually we tell business, their SBA doesn't have any grants. Okay, during the pandemic we have the grants, but not regularly. But SBA we coordinate. There are 2 grants, but these 2 grants not for you to start a business or upgrade your business. It's for R&D, for research and development. So we see a lot of startups, a lot of people, they see the problems right now. Later, I will show you that what agencies participate in these two programs. So they can solve the problem for the government. Okay, right now have from agriculture to commerce. We have a lot of problems. We hope that the small business can help have some invention, not just the products, also the programs. I just want to share a story with you, a success story. We have a business called Killer Snails. So she is a marketing company, but she learned about these programs. So before the pandemic, she got $1.7 million get from National Science Foundation. She used the funds to hire a professor at Columbia University. So they invented the virtual games to educate kids about science. And then during the pandemic, we know all the parents, the schools, they need more educational program. So she got a few more. So this is the ideas that I want to encourage you. You don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to be a researcher. Actually, you get the funds, then you can hire somebody. For Small Business Innovation Research Program, they need, okay, you must have the primary researcher to be your employees. So you don't have to be an inventor, but you need to start looking for the opportunities, the projects, and find out the researcher that they agree to work with you if you get the funds. And because only small business can apply for these 2 grants. Okay? So you can go to sbir.gov to see all the information. We call this America's Seed Funds to help the government. You can see the SBIR every year have more than $3.2 billion. And STTR, Small Business Technology Transfer Program, have more than $450 million every year. And every year, there are more than 5,000 new awardees that they can get the funds. So These two programs have the same structure, 3 phases process. So the first 6 months or can be up to 1 year, you can get up to $250,000. So during the phase 1, you don't have to do the R&D yet. You just develop the concept. For example, do the research, do the investigation that if there is a market that you want to invent something, and then is there a market? Is there a gap? And how will these products or programs will be accepted? And then go to the second phase, 24 months, you can get up to $1.5 million. All the programs are over $1 million. So these 2 years, you do the R&D, and then phase 3 is commercialization. So the third phase, you don't get SBIR funding. That's why from the beginning, you need to see there is a need, there is a market, and also you can look for the potential maybe investors or government agency, they will buy your product or invention, or they will, you will become their contractor to after you invent these products or program. So this is just the information for you to understand, and you do the research. So SBA's role is we coordinate with the 11 government agency here. So you can see from agricultural, commerce, defense, education, energy, health and human services, homeland security, transportation, environmental protection, NASA, and National Science Foundation. They include everything. So I saw during the pandemic, Department of Education need a lot of program, and the Department of Health and Human Services also have a lot of program. So the 10 agencies here, SBA, we will coordinate with them, make sure they post their project annually. But Department of Commerce, usually they post their project quarterly. But the number 11, National Science Foundation, they are very special. They welcome all the creation. So if you didn't see the projects that you can do, or you have some ideas, you see their problems, nationwide, you can contact National Science Foundation. The second program, Technology Transfer Program, this one, the small business have to find a nonprofit research institution to work together. Most are nonprofit college or university, domestic nonprofit research organization, and federally funded in these centers. So the small business have to do more than 40% of the works, and the nonprofit research institution have to do more than 30% the R&D. So SBA, we do the survey and monitor agencies, and we have to report to the Congress annually. We also provide funding. We call FAST, Federal and State Technology. We fund the accelerator to help those businesses that want to pursue this grants. So in 2022, in New York area, we have 3 awardees. So this is the 3 organization accelerators. They help business want to pursue the SBIR and SCTR grants. So you can contact them. I really want to recommend everyone, just go to, even you don't want to apply for this grant, go to sbar.gov. They have tutorials, 55 courses, including prepare proposal. So I think you can learn a lot. and maybe you didn't think about, these programs. Especially I want to mention like educational and right now, health and human services, for example, the mental illness programs. So those agencies, they won't post what they want you to do. They just post there is a problems, okay, like mental illness problems. So if you can have some, programs or products can help to solve that problem, and you need money, okay, that's this program for. But if you already invented something, a lot of this is the content. They already invented something that can clean the water, clean the air, and they ask just for money. This is not a program for you. That you maybe can find an investors. Okay, so this is for the, you see the agency, they have a projects, they have a problems that actually you can solve the problem. They will give you the money to do the R&D. So, and a lot of scientists that contact me say individual can apply for this or not. Individuals, you have to register a small business, okay? And no matter what business structure, you can, but only small business can apply for these two grants. So I see a lot of college professors, they see a projects that they want to do, so they can register as a business owner, and then they can apply. So that concludes my presentation today. So I want to see if there are any questions, but we are all here for you. So you come to Chambers events today, you should contact Helena, okay? She can help you. They have a lot of good business and consultants can help you. So let's look at the chat.
Thank you so much, Manly. Amazing information, so much information. A lot of people were asking, and I put it in the chat. You will get a copy of the PowerPoint presentation, and you can also always go back to this recording because it will be on Chamber TV. Manly, let me go over a couple of, are there any loans in the microloan category 50K and under with low interest that are existing, that are for existing businesses with good credit that are expanding?
Let me tell you, I held several meet the lenders. Every time I invite 7 to 10 lenders here, you can see, they all want to help small business. So I encourage you to talk to them. They have their own, other than SBA's program, they have their own programs. I see, they have special for the contractor, for the, people they really need in a certain community. As long as you can show that you have the ability to repay the debt and you will be successful, they want to help you, okay? So please contact them.
Thank you so much. We also is there a rule of thumb in terms of what lenders are looking for in regard to cash flow?
Yeah, that's what I emphasize. The ability to repay the debt means you have to show your cash flow. You have the ability to repay the debt. Some people ask me, like, for example, the projection. When you do that, especially for startups, you have to show that, of course, you cannot expect that you open the door and from day one you will have profit. But if you can show lenders, for example, you have other income, like you have a rental income or your spouse have a stable jobs, so that's the good one to show that you can have the ability to repay the debt.
Perfect. Hold on for 1 second. Someone wanted to for you to repeat the information about Meet the Lender. So You know what? We had a webinar just like this with access to meet the lenders who was providing capital. So you know what? It's so funny that you just asked that, because I was just about to email as I'm talking to Manly that we need to set up a meet the lenders again, that webinar. That was fabulous. You really had one-on-one, and you can go to that agency and specifically ask questions. So Manly, we will, you know, if it's okay, we will set that up again, because that was fabulous.
Okay.
And I think that was recorded, by the way. So for Steve that was asking, but email me and I will send you the link for that. But we will also be setting up another one with Manly, hopefully in August, because I think with the information about the, you know, the PPP, make sure that you get that forgiven. That is an opportunity for that. You know, I always speak about that. I feel like I work for the SBA because I don't want the businesses to have to repay that back. That is a forgivable loan, very easy to have it forgiven. The economic injury disaster, of course, has closed. However, what was so important about today is to provide opportunities. There are still access to capital that Manly just talked about. So we need to keep this conversation going. Put this information from Manly, from the SBA, into your hands and also your clients' hands. A lot of people, I see Key Bank, community partner with the Greater New York Chamber, has been answering the questions in the chat. We so appreciate your support and what you're doing and providing that information. So definitely reach out to Key Bank on that. They're in the chat, or email me and I can connect you with them. But again, let me see if there's any other.
Somebody asked the PPP forgiveness. No, Anthony asked, is that not too late for the PPP forgiveness? No, not too late. So actually you can apply for the forgiveness. Remember the first year, 2 years, and then change to 5 years. That's your loan's maturity time. So before the maturity time, you can apply, especially if your loan amount is less than $150,000. There is a platform. We know that right now some of the banks, they tell you they don't accept that, but you can go to the SBA's PPP forgiveness platform to apply that. Okay.
And also, hopefully I'm pronouncing Nalini. Just email me and I will send you the copy of the last presentation of Meet the Lenders, because it has their contact information.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I think we look enough. That was being back and forth from someone else. So thank you so much, Manly, for your time. Stay tuned with the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce. We are gonna, I'm gonna follow up with Meet the Lenders sometime in August. I think that's a good time to do it. As well as, don't forget, Tuesdays and Thursdays, online networking. We just are setting up an in-person networking coffee on the 20th at Ventura Gallery is gonna be hosting. So we're back to in-person, September 23rd, mark your calendars, Annual Business Expo. Back in person at the Hilton New York Midtown. If you want, it's free to walk around. Great opportunity for you to meet people like Manly from the SBA, if she's going to be there. I'm not saying that, I don't know if she RSVP, but we have the local, city, state, federal agencies represented to provide information, as well as for you to meet small, medium-sized companies, major corporations. We have an international pavilion for those who want to make those contacts. Again, free to walk around, but if you would like to have a display table, email me. We have a special going on for, a pre-discount going on for the month of July. So again, thank you so much, Manly. I so greatly appreciate your time. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend. Be well, be safe. If you have any questions, you have my email. Take care.
Bye.